Hello, 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 hello. Claire, hello. First to comment today. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Sue. Good evening, Suzanne. Hi, Nicola and Rachel. Hi, Kim and Ord. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Oh, it's going to be weird on the day, like if I have a live where I don't yawn, it's going to be so strange. Have we had a good weekend? Wendy, good evening. Alexia, hello from New Zealand. Good morning. I hope you're having a good Monday morning, my lovely. Charlotte, hello. Good evening. Hi, Linda. Another Linda. Hello, Linda and Netta. Good evening. Hello. Hi, Lillian. It is Sunday. I keep forgetting again what day we're on. The kids are, we've got a few weeks left and then the kids are back at school and then I can get my brain back into a routine. It is throwing me still. Hi, Carol, Leanne, and Becky. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry again. Right, today we're slightly late on this evening. I do apologise. I saw it coming about 7:10. I knew I was going to be slightly late, so I do apologise about that. But we are here and ready to go. It did mean that I didn't have time to take the flash sale off the website. So I figured, I said it was coming off at 7, but the flash sale is still on the website now until the end of the live, and I'll take it off at the end of the live. So there's, what was it? There's 12 pendants reduced down, there's 4 rings reduced down, and there's 6 earrings reduced down as well for tonight only then. Like I said, when we finish the live, they will be coming off because it was meant to be at 7 p.m, but I did run out of time this evening. But it's like a treasure hunt as well. So, if you want me to tell you which items they are, I can do so. Or if you don't mind, if you want to go and hunt for them, that's fine as well. Oh, bless you, Sophie. Hello. Hi, Cindy. Oh, gosh. In fact, I will say what the items are just because they were meant to be off by now. And then we'll start the evening. So, earrings wise, we've got stud earrings, normally 25 down to 18. Swing X earrings, 32 down to 25. Swing hexagon earrings, 32 down to 25. The heart earrings, £32.50 down to 25. Thread through heart earrings, 32 down to 25. And the semicircle earrings, £34.50 down to £25. Oh, bless you, Linda. I get like that with films as well, actually. I have to see what the ending is, even though I'm not enjoying it. With our rings, we've got the swoosh ring, which is £32 down to 25. The wave ring, 32 down to 25. The feather ring, £34 down to 25. And the bow ring, £32 down to 25. And then the pendants are the woven pendant, 34 down to 25. The unicorn set pendant, 32 down to 20. Endurance pendant, 32 down to 25. The mermaid secret pendant is 34 down to 25. Hand in hand pendant, 35 down to 25. One of the stone pendants, £30 down to 20. Oyster shell pendant, £34 down to 20. That's a £14 reduction for this evening. Ballet dancer pendant, 32 down to 25. The line pendant is 32 down to 20, so that's £12 reduction there. Paw print pendant, 32 down to 20. Talisman pendant, 34 to 25. And dart pendant, 32 to 25. Oh, and oysters are £8 for this evening as well. Deary me. Okay. Sue, bless you. Thank you for the stars. Now I have popped an order list on the page, so hopefully you guys have see in the order list if you have ordered, and if you would like to order, there is still space available for today. Sorry, someone said it sounds fuzzy, so I'm just readjusting that, so hopefully that helps there. We've got our, if you buy a charm, you get an extra free oyster opening on the with the charm as well. And of course we've got our normal summer sale on the website as well as that flash sale. And yeah, so shall we get started for this evening? Oh, what was that? Okay, so up first today is Tilly. Tilly with Anne Charlotte, are you here? That's better with the sound. Thank you guys. Sorry, I didn't realise I can't have the sound on to hear myself, otherwise we're just hearing a continuous echo. So I do have to you guys have to let me know what it sounds like. Tilly and Charlotte, hello, hello, hello. Well, Tilly, I have a message for you. So this says, happy birthday, Tilly, from Kate and Taylor. So that's happy birthday, Tilly, from Kate and Taylor. Now, it doesn't say if I'm allowed to say what it is or not, so I'm not going to say unless I get told to, just so then it will be a surprise. However, you do have one oyster opening, Tilly, and you'd like to have a mystery oyster and to keep your shells. Perfect. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? She chose it. Oh, perfect. So you've chosen it. So you know exactly what it is then, my lovely. So, mystery oyster, is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Oh, Kate, bless you. Okay, so in here, oh, let's move that bit closer. So if we go down, your mystery oyster. Gorgeous sharper pop there. Hoping for a sea green or a icy blue. Okay. Now there is your mother of pearl. And in here, I can see a lighter coloured pearl there. Let me pop him out. And if I have a squidge in here for you as well. There is no more in that one. So you have got a baby pink pearl here. Now I'm just going to take the flesh off here because you'd like to keep your shells. And you've got a baby pink, my lovely. Now if you would like to, we can swap this one because I know you said you're hoping for that sea green or the icy blue. Or if you're happy with this one, that's perfect and he can be yours. So it's completely up to you. What you would like to do. So if I dry him off and hold him up so you can have a closer look. This is your baby pink. And if I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7. That's lovely, but can we please swap for a light sea green? Of course I can. Now, if I have a look. Now I can either, the lightest one I have here is probably this one. Give you this one, or I do have one which, because I've been popping some fittings on some pearls so I can make some bits up. So I do have this green here, which does have the fitting on already, but it would be the fitting that I'd be drilling and setting into that pearl anyway, and that one is slightly brighter. So it's up to you. Are either of those greens okay? So it would be having, this one would have exactly the same fitting. It just happens that I did this last week. So you can have this green, or this one is lighter and brighter. But it's up to you. The one with the fitting is perfect. Perfect. I'll pop this one back. And that one is yours then, my lovely. Okay, so if I bring you back up here, and I'll pop him in here, grab some of these. Tilly, so I hope you're happy with this, my lovely, once it arrives. And I'm going to wrap up your shells as well, because I've kept those for you. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so like I say, I hope you're happy with everything, my lovely. You're very, very welcome. And that's safe up there for you. Oh, bless you. And Kate says, happy birthday, Tilly. Right, up next then today is Emma Favel. Emma, are you here? Emma Favel, are you here? Oh, Emma, we still haven't fixed that, have we? I spoke to Aaron about it. So he is on the case, like we spoke about in the email. So I haven't forgotten about you. It's just you've reminded me here, but bless you. So, Emma, Andrew, I'm just going to try and remember Emma. So you have got mystery and donate the shells. So you've got 1, 2, 3 oysters all together. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? 1, 2, and 3. One, 2, and 3. Okay, so if I've literally just had a thought. Let me make a note of it, of a reason that it possibly could be. So if I just put email Emma. Okay, I'll email you tomorrow with that thought for you to check your Facebook out as well. You may have already checked it, but I've just had a sudden thought with it, my lovely. Right, so mystery oysters, 3 oysters here. Not sure on the colours yet. Okay, and if I go back up, you'd like to donate your shells. Okay, so mystery oyster number 1. You've got a light pop there. Oh, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see there's no pearls there. I can see, however, you're starting off with a pastel gold. And there's no more in that one. Mary, yes, if you order today, it will be added onto today's order list to be opened. I've got brighter burgundy reds and darker burgundy reds, but I don't have any blood reds available, no. So here is your pastel gold pearl to start with, Emma. Jordan, yep, I received the email requesting the colour pearl. You'll receive an email from me tomorrow, because if you'd like it shipped, to guarantee it is slightly more postage, or it will be shipped and just it could be 1 to 3 working days. So you'll get an email from me tomorrow, my lovely. Moving on to your mystery oyster number 2. You've got a lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you've got a darker pearl here, Emma. And he is a darker gunmetal grey. I'm just having a squidge in here. Okay, so there's no more in that one. And here is your, so pastel gold and a darker gunmetal grey to start with. And then you've got one oyster to go. So moving on to the last oyster, so again is your mystery oyster. And you've got a double pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see another peeper again here, and we have a blue pearl. Let me have a squidge in here for you. There's no more in that one. So we've got a darker Pepsi blue. Okay, what do you think to these, Emma? If I hold them up so you can have a closer look here. You've got your darker gunmetal grey, pastel gold and dark Pepsi blue as well. I will need to know which 2 you'd like on the jewellery, and if you're not happy we can swap them for you. If I run them through the board, the darker gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And the Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Mary, there isn't a waiting list for the bright reds, but so they're quite rare to be that sort of bright blood red colour, so I don't know how long a wait would be. If that makes sense. Like, I don't have anyone on the wait for one at the moment. That doesn't mean it would be a quick turnaround. Yes, the deep watermelons are a gorgeous shade, which is close to the bright reds. Emma, can we swap the gunmetal and gold for watermelon? Of course we can. Is it the bright deep watermelon I was just talking about? Or would you prefer the more sort of middle pinky watermelon? I've gone for the brighter watermelon, but if it's the lighter pinky shade, do let me know. Oh, sorry, I'm just finding 2. There we go. Okay, so if you have a look at those, let's pop them to the central there. Would you be happy with those 2 there? Like I said, I can go to a lighter shade, the normal pinky watermelons, or even the pastel-y watermelons as well. And then it's the watermelon that you would like to have on the jewellery. Thank you, Bab. Those are perfect. Perfect. If I take the swaps away here, and I'll bring you back up again. Okay, so if I pop these in here for you. Emma, thank you for the donations with your shells. And I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well, my lovely. So watermelon. Okay, and that's safe up there for you as well. You're very, very welcome. Deep ones on the earrings. Yep, I've got that down for you. Up next then today is Kira Hendry. Kira, are you here? Oh, bless you, Emma. I'm glad you're happy. So I'm looking for Kira Hendry. Now, Kira, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And as always, if anybody can see Kira, please comment on her comments because that will bring it forward so I can see as well. Okay, so last call for Kira. If not, we'll move on. Okay, so if she does come on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Let me just mark that she's not here yet, and then that way I can keep an eye out for her if she comes on. Up next then today is going to be Marie Catterall. Marie, are you here? Thank you, Kaz. Marie, hello, hello, hello. Now I think you said here. I'm just looking at the email you've sent, so I'm just double checking that's correct. Okay, so I've got your loyalty card email as well, which means, my lovely, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oyster openings altogether. What 5 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? What do you think? Four mystery, 1 natural, perfect. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? So number 1, 2, keep the shells, perfect. 3, and 4, and then a normal natural one is, nope, that's not that bag, this bag here. So I've got them all next to me just because I can't fit them all on the desk here. So if I dive in, and that looks like he's a stinker, but we're going to go for it. I might regret it, but we're going to go for it. So I'm going to go down, so we're going to open them as we go, just so I don't have lots of room along the front here. Just found that it's easier if we don't overcrowd it down there. So, keeping the shells, is there certain colours that you're hoping for, my lovely? And like I said, we're going to start with this normal natural oyster first. Hoping for a TARDIS blue. Okay. There's one side. And the other side. Now I can confirm that this is not, because I can see a peeper, this is not a natural coloured pearl here. So this is a stowaway. This is not natural coloured pearl. This is a dyed coloured pearl. So I do apologise for that, Marie. We can obviously swap these at the end if you're not happy with the shade, and we can swap it for whatever colour you would like, including those natural colours. You are, however, twinning. So you're still twinning with both the twins there. And let me just dry these up for you. And they are watermelon twins. So we saw watermelon pearls a moment ago, and now you've got these gorgeous watermelon twins. What do you think to those, my lovely? Moving on to your next oyster as well. Okay, so this is mystery oyster number 1. And we've got a double pop there. I'm fine, thank you, Julie. I hope you're well as well. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And then if we have a squidge in here, you've got a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. What I normally like to do is I like to try and clean the shells as we go. And then I will, of course, hold up the pearls for you to see. So I hope that's okay. If not, we end up with a big pile of shells. And again, won't be able to have much room for them. Okay, so second oyster has given you a darker pearl. He is a darker gunmetal grey pearl there. Oh, look at him. He is almost black, but you can definitely see he's not quite black. Does have that sort of lighter silvery grey tone to him. Moving on to your third oyster, but your second mystery oyster. And in here, you've got a lighter double pop there. And I can see straight away, there's your mother of pearl. You are quadding. You have got 4 pearls. Oh, you're keeping the shells. Let me grab that back. 4 pearls in your mystery oyster here. There's no more in that one. And again, it's very Christmassy vibes with the colours coming out. This happened on the last live. We had some multiple pearl oysters and it was very Christmassy sort of colour combinations. So again, that has happened. I will go through them for you. Just cleaning this up here. So in here, we have got a lighter watermelon, so you can actually see the difference between the 2 watermelons now. A bridal white, a darker burgundy red, and a lighter silvery sea green. So if we go straight for those watermelons, you've got the bright watermelon twins at the top. I'm just getting it focused. And then with that lighter watermelon, you can see it's the same kind of shade, it's just that lighter version. So it's They're two gorgeous colours, but you can see the difference. Then bridal white, burgundy red, and lighter silvery sea green. Moving on to your next oyster. Double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Oh, and a runaway pearl there. So a dark pearl runaway, quite a large sized pearl. And there's no more in that one. Possibly got some chocolate in him there. I will have a closer look in just a moment. Okay, so, oh, he's a two-tonal chocolate purple. So base chocolate, and then he's got this slight purpley overtone. Can you see that there? As you go around, you've got the flashes of the chocolate and of the purple. And then still one oyster to go. So moving on to your last oyster, my lovely. Okay, so double pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see here, you are twinning. And you're twinning with pastel gold twins. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so again, I'm just going to take the flesh off here, then we'll have a closer look at those pearls, and then we'll go through all of the pearls for you. I do apologise, this shell's just cracked along the top as I was cleaning him. Sometimes if they've got a slight crack in them already, they obviously are weaker, and they can become quite brittle as well, so I do try my best. I do apologise that it's sort of cracked there. Okay, so if I just dry these up as well for you, and then we'll have a look at all of your colours together, my lovely. So, top row, you've got twinning bright watermelons, and then you've got a single darker gunmetal grey and a darker two-tonal chocolate purple. You've got a quadding watermelon bridal white, burgundy red, and lighter silvery sea green, and then you're twinning with pastel golds as well. Now I'll need to know which colours you'd like on which items of jewellery. If you'd like some time to think about it, you can take a screenshot and then email me your choices across. And of course, if you would like to swap any of your colours, we can do so. Just let me know what you'd like and we'll do it now for you. If I measure them, your watermelon twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Watermelon twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. So they're measuring different sizes there. Darker gunmetal grey single pearl is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the two-tonal chocolate purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Moving on to the quadding oyster, the lighter watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Bridal white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Burgundy red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the silvery sea green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And then last but not least, your pastel gold twins. Twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, oh, he's a 7. So they're actually measuring different sizes there, Marie, as well. But what do you think? Mary, yep, that has come through my end, my lovely. Okay. But Marie, what do you think? Oh, swap the chocolate and the watermelon twins. One for one of the golds for a TARDIS blue. Oh, that one's beautiful. I'm just going to move your other pearls at the top here so I can pop the swapped in ones at the bottom so you can see them. So TARDIS blue, lemon yellow, lemon yellow, oh, coral, and I don't have a Smurf blue, I'm afraid. There is a waiting list for a Smurf blue. So if you don't mind waiting, I can definitely pop you on the waiting list. Or if you prefer not to wait, is there a different colour that you'd possibly want instead, my lovely? Let me show you these three. So I've added in, so I've taken away I've taken away the smaller gold. If you prefer to keep the smaller gold and swap out the larger gold, let me know. So smaller gold, chocolate purple, and the twinning watermelons. And so far I've added in that TARDIS blue, lemon yellow, and the coral. So if those shades are correct and okay, that's perfect. And then yeah, let me know what you'd like to do about the blue. Any sea blues? Again, I'm afraid there is a waiting list for sea blues as well. The blues has always been one of our most popular colours with all the different shades, and there is always a waiting list for those shades. So I do apologise for that, my lovely. So I'm just wrapping up your shells for you, just because there's going to be a couple of parcels here because we've got quite a few shells. And then I'll hold these up again so you can have a closer look once I've wrapped this up for you. We do have pastel icy blues and like baby blues. We've got brighter icy blues, TARDIS blues, dark TARDIS blues, and possibly darker Pepsi blues, but that almost into that TARDIS blue shade. Okay, so that's all the shells. 1, 2, 3 packs of shells wrapped up there. There we go. So let me bring this back up for you. Oh, a baby blue. Of course we can. So if I show you these, can you just confirm, are those colours that I've added in okay? And that baby blue on the end there as well. If you can just let me know if they're all okay, that's perfect. And then I'll write down which colours you'd like where. So I'm taking away these swaps that we're swapping out. And I'm just going to bring you up so I can write this down. But if you'd like to see them again, I can bring you back down again. So we're going to have the TARDIS blue on the dragonfly, lemon yellow on the sunflower, lemon yellow, and then baby blue instead, which we've done. Oh, and can you have the loose ones on hoop fitting? Of course you can. Loose on hoop fittings. Those colours are perfect. Okay, perfect. So to confirm then, we've got the lemon yellow on the sunflower, the TARDIS blue on the dragonfly, and then you'll get an invoice tomorrow for the loose pearls to go on a hoop fitting. The invoice will get sent across for you to the email address that's on the order form, my lovely. I've wrapped up your shells as well. So let me just pop these up here. 1, 2 and 3. Okay, Marie, my lovely, I hope you're happy with that, and of course I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. Perfect. No, you're very, very welcome. Just going to quickly add these names to the order list. There's currently 3 people on the order list, so if you would like to order, there is space available for today and the wait is not a long wait at all. Marie, you're very welcome. Oh, Kira. Yes, Kira, I can add you on as well. That's perfect. It's not a problem. If you guys miss your turn, just let me know you're back and I'm very happy to add you back in again. Okay, perfect. So, up next today is Ira Rowlands. Ira, are you here? It's a good cup of tea. Ira, hello my lovely. You have got 2 openings altogether. You'd like 2 mystery oysters and you'd like to donate your shells, and you're hoping for darker purple pearls. Okay, so there's 1 and 2. I'll show you after this opening, Vicky. This was the mug Aaron got me the other day. It's a Diagon Alley mug. Right, let's go down. So Ira, your mystery oyster number 1. There's a soft pop there. Ooh, there's your mother of pearl. And your first oyster, I can see you are quadding. 1, 2, 3, and I saw you as well, Peeper. 4, quadding with your first oyster there. There's no more in that one. So if I dry these up for you and pop them in the sand, you have got a brighter coral, a darker pinkly purple, a 2-tonal gold, so bright coral, pinkle purple, 2-tonal gold with that lighter and darker area there, and then you've got a darker gunmetal grey as well. Perfect. And then moving on to oyster number 2, which again is your mystery oyster. So you've got a softer pop there. And in here, there's no pearls on that side, although there is a little bit of flesh there. And again, I can see 1, 2 and 3 pearls. No way! You are quadding with very similar colours, Ira, my lovely. Extremely similar colours, actually. I think actually they're the same colours. They're just slightly different shades. So the coral is lighter. The pinkle is lighter. The gold is just a pastel gold, and then again you've got a darker gunmetal grey. It almost looks like you've got 4 sets of twins there. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. Now, as you know, if you're not happy, we can definitely swap them for you. I know you was hoping for the darker purple, so if you'd like to swap one for a dark purple, let me know. But yeah, what do you think to those? If I run them through the board for you, quad number 1 coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Dark Pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Two-Tonal Gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the Gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Then quad number 2, the Coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Light Pinkle is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Pastel Gold is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the Gunmetal Grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. Okay, what do you think to these, my lovely? What do you think? If anybody can see comments, if I'm not sort of responding to them, please do comment on it, because it does bring it forward just in case I can't see. Oh, wow. Swap the lighter Gunmetal for a purple and the rest on Lobster Claw. Of course you can. The lighter Gunmetal. I'm not sure which one you'd like to swap out. So would you like to swap out the top one or the bottom one? So top one or bottom one? Let me grab you a purple. Now I'm going to grab a darker, deep purple. However, if this is going to be too dark of a purple, let me know, because I can then obviously go to a slightly lighter shade for you as well. Let's go for that one. That's extremely dark though. Let's grab another one as well. The bottom one, perfect. I'll just take that bottom one away. Okay, so I've added two purples here. Now they're both dark, and I can of course go lighter than this, but this is purple number 1 and then purple number 2. So purple number 2 is slightly lighter out of the pair of them. Or we can go to like a Cadbury purple or a grape purple. So number 1, number 2, or a different shade. Number 2, perfect. Okay, so you'd like to have the purple on the jewellery, and then you'd like to have the rest of them on lobster fittings. I'm just writing that down for you. Okay, your invoice for the lobster fittings, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and it will go to the email address that's on the order form as well, my lovely. if I pop this on here. I want to thank you for the donations with your shells, and of course I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives as well. Oh Lisa, I'm fine, thank you. I hope you're doing well as well. The mug is this one, so it is, oh, what does it say on that side? It says, oh, it says the leaky cauldron. I know it's backwards, and on that side it's Diagon Alley. Perfect, Ira. My 1 and 3 are the wrong way round. Oh, I see what you mean. It's because I cheated with those numbers. I wrote them properly the first way, and then I flipped the page over and traced the line through the paper so it's backwards for you guys. So obviously as I've put them back up, I've done it incorrectly. You've got good eyes though to spot that, because it's quite far away, isn't it? Oh, bless her. Layla May, hello. Right, if you can just give me 2 seconds to just type something down, and then we'll call up the next person. Okay, perfect. Harry Potter, saw the cover and thought it's definitely Harry Potter, yes. Right, sorry about that. Thank you for bearing with me. So the order list as it stands then is Linda S, Mary M, and then Kira H. And like I said before, if you would like to order, there is still space available to be popped onto the order list for today. So up next then is Linda Southam, and Linda, I know you're here. So hello. You have got one opening altogether, Linda. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Hello. Hi Natalie, I'm fine, thank you. I hope you're well as well. Whoop, whoop. Going to the Harry Potter studio on the 31st. I'm so jealous, Karen. I hope you have a brilliant time. I've been once, and it was years and years ago. Aaron's never been, and my kids are old enough now to enjoy it, so I would love to go again. I hope you have an amazing time. And on Halloween as well, do they do like special things? I bet they do. It's so exciting. I get excited for you. Mystery oysters, Linda. Donate the shells, and you have your heart set on a gold. Okay, so mystery oyster. Donate the shells, and your heart set on a gold. So let's go down. Sharp pop there. Oh, okay, so I can see it's not a gold. There's your mother of pearl. You are, however, twinning. Can you see down there? Twinning with blue pearls, and quite large blue pearls, and they're two-tonal blue pearls as well. Let me just have a squidge. Okay, so there's no more in there. If I dry this up for you. And I'm going to go around both of the pearls for you. Visually, possibly slightly different sizes, but they are two-tonal. So this is the visually slightly smaller of the two, and he's only just slightly lighter and darker as you go around the pearl there. And then this one is visually slightly larger, like I say, and again a little bit two-tonal with lighter and darker areas. But there's definitely not a lot in it in size or shades as well. Now, you did say you was hoping for that gold, so if you would like to swap these, that's perfect. If not, as you know, that's not a problem. If I run them through the board, the visually slightly smaller is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. And then the visually slightly larger is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5 as well. So they're measuring the same size there. They do just look slightly different. Can you please swap the gold from earlier for one of them? Of course you can. We've got two golds from earlier. We've got the larger one, which is pastel-y gold, and then this smaller one, which is slightly two-tonal. So swap one for the gold. Would you like the larger or the smaller gold? So the larger one is a pastel gold. The smaller one is a pastel, but it's two-tonal with slightly brighter shades as well. The smaller one, of course you can. Okay. And then it's the gold on the jewellery. So if I bring you back up here, and then gold on here. Love small pearls. Yeah, I agree with you. On especially different types of jewellery, I prefer different sized pearls. For example, with rings, I prefer to have a slightly smaller pearl on there, but with certain earrings, I prefer to have a larger pearl, so it is complete personal preference. Linda, I hope you're happy with that. I've got down that you'd like to have the gold on your jewellery. Thank you for the donations with your shells as always, and as always, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. Floating pumpkins, Death Eaters walking around the... Oh my gosh! And cauldrons filled with lollipops. I am definitely jealous, Karen. I hope you have, like I said before, an amazing time. Jealous in a good way. Do you know what I mean? Linda, you're very, very welcome. Mary, hello my lovely. You are up next. You have got one opening altogether. Oh, and you're hoping for that deep watermelon colour. Okay. So you'd like to have a mystery oyster, Mary, and donating your shells. So fingers crossed for that brighter, deeper watermelon. So if we go down in here, quite a nice sharp pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. And then I can see a little, oh, a double peeper there. 1 and 2, you are twinning. And you're twinning with coral twins, Mary. There's no more in that one. So I'm just going to dry these up for you. So coral twins. Visually, they do look like they're the same size and same shade, I believe, as well. Now, if you would like to swap one or both of these for that deep watermelon, that's absolutely not a problem. Just let me know, Mary, what you would like to do. So if I run these through the board for you, twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he is a 7 as well. What do you think? Both for the deep watermelons and smaller ones if possible. Okie dokie. Straight away that one screams out to me, and that's quite a nice smaller size. And do you need it to be exactly the same shade and size? I think I grabbed the smallest one to start with, actually. If you don't need them to be the same, oh, how about that one? Okay, so they're just slightly different shades there, but they are both the smaller size. So, oh, I've just dropped the pearl. I'll find that after the live. Let me hold these up so you can see. I don't even know if you're going to look at those. I don't know if you can see the shade difference. I'd say the one on this side is slightly brighter than that one there. So if you're happy with those being slightly different, do you have a preference to which one you'd like on the jewellery? So it's the brighter one or the slightly lighter one, like I say, but there's definitely not a lot in it. So if you don't mind, that's absolutely fine as well. Smallest one on the cross. Okay, perfect. That's easier to pop down. So you're happy with the, let me bring you back up, happy with the colour shades there, and then we're going to have the smallest watermelon on the jewellery. Okie dokie. Bright deep watermelons, they really are. It's such a unique colour, I think, as well. Okay, Mary, I've got that down for you. Thank you as well for the donations with your shells. And of course, I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you, my lovely. You're very welcome, Mary. Okay, up next today is Kira Hendry. Kira, are you here? Oh, let me just mark that you were here. Okie pokey. There we go. So Kira, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so you have got one opening altogether. What type of oyster would you like, and would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? Mystery and donate. Perfect. Is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? Kathy, hello, and thank you. It's our summer bonanza. So let's go down, Kira. Mystery oyster, donate the shells. Is there a certain colour you're hoping for? So mystery oyster. Oh, gorgeous deep pop there. Now here is your mother of pearl. Hoping for a rose gold or a blush pink. Fingers crossed, my lovely. You've got a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, we've got a darker, I think gunmetal grey, Kira. Okay, so let me hold him up so you can see. He is definitely a darker silver colour actually, not gunmetal grey, sorry. Dark silver. Hopefully you can see that silver tone coming through. Now you can of course swap this one for a rose gold or a blush pink or any other colour, or of course if you're happy that's perfect as well. If I run him through the board for you, he's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. What do you think and what would you like to do? Can you swap for a blush pink? Of course you can. Let me find one for you. Shall we go for this one here? Let me move that gunmetal silver out the way. Oh, I'm dropping pearls today. Okay, what do you think to that pink there? Now I can go lighter or brighter here. It's completely up to you. That's one there. Oh, nearly dropped the sand then. Let me bring you back up. That one is yours and you'd like to have him on the jewellery. Let me just write this down for you. Okay, so we're going to have the pink on there. Perfect. Kira, so thank you as well for the donations with your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And I've popped that safely up there for you as well. How would I describe a brighter and a lighter? So a brighter is like a more bold, slightly darker shade, and then the lighter shade is, I'd say, is lighter on the colour spectrum, so would be lighter blue, for example, like you'd have icy blue and sky blue. The sky blue is lighter because it's more of a going into a pastel shade. Does that answer your question? I'm not sure if that's how you meant me to answer, if that makes sense, Suzanne. Kira, you're very, very welcome. Right, up next today is Eloisa Ballard. Eloisa, are you here? So I'm looking for Eloisa Ballard. Are you here? Or Ballard? I think it's Ballard. Eloisa, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. It'll bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anyone can see Eloisa's comment, please comment on her comments, because that will bring it forward so I can see as well. So Eloisa Ballard, this order's only just come through, so I'm just going to give it a moment just to see if she comes. For example, if she was on the website, if she's just going to come back in again, just give her a moment to find us. So I'd hate to move on if she was just trying, do you know what I mean, coming back to the live. So I've got itchy nose now, or not nose, side of my nose. Okay, so last call then for Eloisa. Eloisa Ballard, are you here? Now, Eloisa is actually the last person on the order list for today as well. Oh, perfect, you're here, my lovely. I was about to say I'd hate to end the live because the order's only just come through, hasn't it? So I'd hate to end the live. So perfect, you're here. Hello, hello, hello. We'll do your oyster openings first, and then you've got an oyster wall, so we'll do the oyster wall afterwards, if that's okay. So you have got 2 oyster openings to start with. What 2 oysters would you like, and would you like to keep, or would you like to donate those shells? Thank you, Linda. Oh, I don't know why that would be, Carol. Possibly refresh your page, because I have had orders coming through where they are the £8, my lovely. I don't know why that would be, because it's not a offer, if you like. I've actually changed the price on it, so it should only be the £8 until the end of the live. Mystery and keep the shells, perfect. Oyster wall there's a mix of Nunu rainbow oysters, expand the rainbow oysters, and 4 pearl oysters on there. So it's the price of an oyster, the oyster wall, and you could get a mix of the 2 rainbow oysters, or you could get a 4 pearl oyster for the same price. Okay, so 2 mystery oysters here, my lovely. Keep in your shells, it's not a problem. Is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So if we go down, your mystery oyster number 1, lighter, but quite a nice deeper pop there. And in here, oh, there's your mother of pearl. Now, oh, this second part of the shell is broken and we've got a runaway. Okay, and you are twinning. It's all happening at once. Twinning pastel 2 tonal golds. There's no more in there. Now, this second part of the shell, yeah, this second half is literally in, the flesh is just keeping it together. It's in 3 different sections here. So I'm actually going to pop this one to the side. We'll keep the first half and then we'll keep the rest of the shells for you as well. But if I send you that one, it will just keep breaking up into smaller and smaller pieces. So I hope that's okay. And I do apologise for that, my lovely. But first oyster, and you've got two tonal golds here. So again, these are visually slightly different sizes. So this one here is the visually smaller pearl. So lighter and slightly brighter areas as you go around the pearl there. And then the visually larger of the two, again, is brighter and lighter as you go around the pearl. So two tonal gold pearls to start with. Thank you, Bab. Is it gone?
No,
okay. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Can you bring that in for me, please? Oyster number 2. Double pop there. And in here, there is your mother of pearl. And then again, I can see a slight peeper here. And you've got a blush pink. Thank you, Bab. And there's no more in that one. So second oyster is a blush pink. Okay, so twinning two tonal golds and a blush pink. Now, before we go through these colours fully and before I measure them, we'll add your oyster wool pearls onto here as well, because then you've got those colour selections for the jewellery as well, if that's okay with you. So there's the blush pink in the sand. And then I'll bring you back up to go through the oyster wool. So with the oyster wool, you've got numbers 1 through to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is it the 1? It is. Which number would you like? And would you also like to keep those shells as well? Gold and pink together, it is gorgeous, isn't it? Especially because it's the pastel shades as well. Even the brighter shades though, like a hot pink and a bright gold, is gorgeous together. Number 7, can you guys see this? Yep, so I'm going to let it drop just because, there we go. Take the peg off. So it was number 7. Again, so I've written the number on both sides, so it's, no, it is that way around for you guys. So oyster number 7. Let's get him open. Would there be a certain colour that you're hoping for with this one? Let's go down. Okay, so in here. Oh, donate this one. Perfect. Thank you, my lovely. So in here, there's one side. And the other side. And you are quadding. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You found a quadding oyster, my lovely. Perfect. So there was no more other pearls in there. Let me just dry these ones up for you and then we'll go through all of your colours. Okay, so we have got a lemon yellow, a dark purple, a icy blue and a coral. That is the chair. Okay, so as you can see, lemon yellow, darker purple, icy blue and coral. Then of course your top row is the twinning golds and the blush pink. Now I'll need to know which colours you'd like on which items of jewellery and fittings. And of course, if you're not happy with these colours, we can swap them for you. So if I run them through the board, your gold number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. Gold number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. So the golds are measuring different sizes there. Blush pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He's a 7. And then lemon yellow is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. The darker purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the coral is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. Okay, what do you think and what would you like to do? Oh, let me just bring you back up while I write this down. Coral on the necklace, and you'd like the rest on hoop fittings. Okay. Let me just have a look. So obviously you have purchased some hoop fittings already, so there will still be an invoice being sent tomorrow. Perfect. So the invoice will go across to the email address that's on the order form, my lovely. Okay, so to confirm, I've got coral on the necklace, and then the rest will be going on to hoop fittings. I'm just going to wrap these shells up here. Thank you for the donation with the last shell, and then just wrapping these up for you too. Okay, perfect. So Eloisa, I hope you're happy with that, and of course with everything once it arrives as well. And that's safe up there for you. You're very, very welcome. Very welcome, my lovely. And I think that's the end of the order list for today. It is indeed. So we're going to be back again on Tuesday evening, around 8 p.m. BST on Tuesday. I hope you'll have a brilliant start to your week, as it is Monday tomorrow, and of course brilliant Monday morning. And yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday. Take care. Bye.